die from joy. And I just wrote, Casey is jealous of parents.
Does he get put in yet, or is it just for that line? All right.
And then just for that line, Casey is jealous of parents.
And then I guess Jane is getting ready to go, and she has like a pin of Spinner playing the drums for Stoots.
Why does she have that? What is that?
When did Stoots make pins?
I mean, I'm not surprised that Stoots made pins, but I'm just surprised that they put like their faces on them. That seems like a weird choice.
Like of all the members of the band.
Especially since they started off as a band that wore masks.
Yeah.
It seems like a weird
they
call.
they abandoned that real fast.
Man, I thought the masks were cool. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but I thought that they had like a really like cohesive look.
I thought the concept of having the masks was like kind of cool, that they were like a secret band.
Yeah.
But the masks were creepy.
I liked the creepy masks.
I know.
I was very for the creepy masks.
But so she's like all conflicted and looking at her Spinner pin, but
just so
she goes
weird,
anyway.
All right. Well, no, first she stops at Spinner, but first we're with KC and he gets put in the game and he kind of sucks.
He's real bad.
And then he like freaks out because the coach pulls him out.
Is like, maybe you don't play anymore because you're bad right now. And then he storms off and freaks the fuck out. And I just wrote, oh God, storm off. Who cares?
He's the worst.
Yeah, and no, but then Jane goes to the dot. And she's like basically trying to convince herself she has no other choice but to go to Declan's house because Spinner doesn't need her for anything.
Well, I feel like she's like so conflicted. Like she's trying to give herself an out by going there and being like, can I help you? Can I help you? Can I do something? And he's like, no. And she's like, okay. But I'm like, dude, this is not going to like help your guilt.
And I think Spinner notices she's being weird. And I'm like, he just loves you. Ugh. And you're being stupid.
Like, hurts my soul. It just makes me sad.
Casey is destroying the locker room. And this child just has so many anger issues. It needs to be seeing a professional.
He needs a therapist.
He needs Miss Sauvé to, like, do more than be like, do you want a photocopy for me? Like, Miss Sauvé needs to help him.
Come on, dude.
Fucking
she has helped everyone
ball
else.
Of rage.
He is just, like, a hormonal nightmare.
And then he says something creepy. He's like, my dad used to yell at me.
Oh, yeah.
Well, does Connor come in?
Yeah, Connor comes in and is a delight as per fucking usual.
I love him.
He's just too pure for this world. So Connor comes in and he's like, Coach wants you back out there. And he's like, and Casey freaks out and he's like, and he yelled at me. And Connor's like, Connor is doing real well because he's like,
Connor's
so
also
what?
Like, he didn't yell at you. He's like, took you out of the game.
No, he said, so what? Coaches yell.
That's true.
Which is like the most like, and he didn't even really yell. He just called him out of the game.
Yeah. He didn't yell at him. He was like, Casey, you're not playing right now.
Basically. Also, I realized he didn't know Casey's last name because when he put him in the game, I was like, I don't know who that is.
Guthrie or something?
Whatever.
I don't know.
But like, man, Connor has evolved so much.
I love
Connor. He has like the like thought to be like, coaches yell. This is okay. It's not personal.
Yeah.
I fucking
He's
love
like,
Connor.
my dad used to yell. And you're like, oh boy.
Yeah. It's which is like.
Which is sad because you know he has a troubled past. But I
Casey.
also don't care.
It
makes me sound like an asshole.
I know, but Casey's like just
he's
not.
a serial killer.
He's a serial killer, but he's also extremely boring.
Yeah.
He's both of those things.
He's such a whiner.
He's a whiner for sure.
This poor child is like has had a traumatized past. He lives in a group home, but we're just like, oh, fuck this kid.
I mean, he's like,
I'm sorry, but he's weird.
So boring. I think if he was less boring as a human, like his backstory is interesting. Everything about him should be interesting, but he is so fucking dull that I'm like, I just don't care. I don't care. Nope.
Anyway, he's kind of chills out because Connor's a gem.
He's a goddamn delight.
And then we're at Declan's house, and he's like giving Jane a tour of all of his vacation photos. Be like, oh, look how worldly I am. I've been to Australia and Tanzania and blah, blah, blah.
But he does make a joke about like an unflattering puberty photo of himself, and he like makes his voice crack on purpose. And I was like, that was actually kind of cute. That was a cute moment.
And then he's like, my bedroom has a huge keyboard in it.
And I was like, oh, God.
And then does she say, so there's vibes here, right?
She does. She does say, so there's vibes here, which is like the most Jane thing to say when you're trying to make out with someone, is just to be like, so there's like vibes here, right?
Yeah. And then he starts like, then they like start close talking and he's like, I'm gonna kiss you in like 5, 4, 3. And then she just fucking jumps his bones and makes out with him. And you're like, no, Jane! You stupid.
I just wrote bad Jane ! Also, if someone did that to me, if they started counting down, I'd be walk away.
No.
I would straight up turn around and walk away.
That would make me feel so uncomfortable.
Be like, you are fucking weird. I'm gonna leave.
No.
I don't need a countdown. Just kiss my stupid face, you dummy.
Stop trying to be so smooth.
It's gross.
It's gross and I don't like it.
It's like slimy. I don't care for it.
It's like he saw it in a movie and he's just like using the lines on somebody else.
It's like just not good. He's very hot, but also I want to punch his face in.
I don't like it. But then we're still in the locker room.
And the coach
is there.
Yep. A hot, weird coach.
And he's
called
creepy.
He's creepy.
And he's like, I'm not going to let you get away from me or something like that.
He also calls him son. Like
God.
he's nice and like he's everything he's saying and doing seems good.
I think he knows about his past too.
Yeah.
And he's being manipulative and like
on
seeing
paper.
Weakness in a child who has issues.
That's what's freaking me out.
I don't like it.
That's what's freaking me out. Because like, I'm like, hot coach is good, but like, he's doing all the right nice things, but it does feel like grooming. He's is grooming the word.
Him. He's grooming him.
Is he though? Like, do we know, or are we just picking up vibes because of the actor? I don't know.
I think he's grooming him.
I think he is too. But I feel like I've never heard any spoilers about it, and I've heard a lot of spoilers about like upcoming seasons.
I think he's grooming him.
Gross. That's upsetting.
And then we're with... Oh, so then I guess it's the next day. And Jane and Manny are talking.
And Manny is giving her advice on how to break up with him.
She says, Santa's school of breakups. 1, do it fast, rip the Band-Aid. 2, don't mention the other man. 3, no hugging. Gets messy.
Fair.
And then...
But also, Jane, don't dump him at work. Who does that?
Yeah, that's like, wait till his shift is over. Don't let him sit in that all day while he's at work. That's shitty.
That's so fucked up.
And then she goes into the dot and is like, all right, I'm ripping off the Band-Aid. And then she's like, Spinner, we need to talk. And he's like freaked out and knows what's coming. And he's like, okay, remember though, I love you. And I was like, Spinner, you don't deserve this. And then Jane is like, and then she's like, actually, never mind. I don't remember what she says, but she doesn't break up with him.
The moving in. She's like, I just don't think we should move in together.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
and he's
Jane.
Like so relieved and hugs her. And she's like, oh, I thought you were going to say something else. And I was like, Jane, you cheating wimp. Stop it.
Like, oh my God. And then Declan comes into the dot and they make eyes at each other again.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
My last note is just, I hate this a lot.
I did not care for this at all.
Do they make plans or does she just see him?
No, they think they made plans.
Ugh. I hate it so much. And you know Declan is like getting his kicks off because he's like, like she still has a boyfriend, but she's kissing me. I love it. Bleh.
Gross.
I don't like it.
Me neither.
And yeah, that's the end of the episode. And it's stupid. And we have a YouTube comment.
This is from Mary 1 year ago. How is Jane going to make a dick appointment with Declan right in front of Spinner? Agreed. Also,
fucking
dick appointment
Jane.
is hilarious.
All right. Spirit Squad captain. Connor? For just being a gem? Talking Casey through his shit, even though I don't give a fuck about Casey.
Manny for
being
a sounding board for Jane, I guess.
Yeah.
And like almost giving her good advice.
You tried. Ship of the episode, Manny and Jay.
Manny and Jay forever.
Because they were in it. Moral. Don't cheat on your boyfriend. Don't lie. I don't know.
I think just don't cheat is pretty good as a solid Rule. Don't do that, man.
And then I don't even know what Casey's thing is.
I
Because
don't
he's
know.
like,
Calm the fuck down.
just calm down. Don't take everything so personally. But I don't know. He's got complicated emotional issues, so I don't know if a moral applies to this because there's not really any logic happening.
That is true.
Grapevine. All right, so we have not one, but 2 reviews to go over today because we don't have any other tweets or emails. So the first one is from Jenny Attic, and they have requested, I have a sort of strange one for you. Sean's cousin visiting from California for the summer, Mr. Ryan Atwood. Torrid love triangle or double dating with Sean and Ellie. I'm down for anything. I love your podcast. Keep up the great work. All right, Jenny, we're going to do this. So, you are a dweller of Wasaga Beach. And it's summertime, you're hanging out. And you're just checking out the dudes who rent out those ski-doos and do some, like, sweet tricks on the waves. And all of a sudden, you see 2 blonde men zip up their wetsuits and go for, like, a sea-doo. And not only are they beautiful, they're also just, like, doing some angry ski-dooing. Sea-dooing, not ski-doo. Did I say ski-doo like the whole time?
No, you said
Sea-doo.
sea-doo. This was the first incident of ski-doo.
Jet skiing, wave runnering, sea-dooing. They're just fucking mashing it up out there, and you are intrigued and impressed. And once they kind of start heading back into the shore, you strategically position yourself to be kind of where their path will lead back to, like, drop off the keys or whatever. And you're like, all right, this is my moment to be bold. This is my moment to catch their attention. I'm going to hang out with these beautiful men. And as they are walking by, you catch their eye and you go to compliment them, but then you choke and you're like, and then you, like, cough and pretend like you were just coughing and nothing happened. And they look at you weird and they kind of walk back up to this sea doo place. And you're like, oh no, I'm mortified. You turn, like, beet red. You're like, what did I do? That was my moment and I missed it. Ugh, I don't know what's happening. And you turn around and there's this redhead girl who's like, are you okay? Like, do you need a cough drop or something? And she has braids in her hair. She's wearing, like, a really cool, like, Hot Topic-y, like, distressed leather jacket with skulls on it. You're like, oh, no, I'm okay. And she's like, okay, well, actually, I'm not from around here. Can you, like, let me know where, like, the nearest, like, drugstore is? Like, we're visiting and we need water. And you're like, we? And she's like, oh, yeah, that's my boyfriend, Sean, and his cousin, Ryan Atwood. She didn't say his last name, but you know who he is visiting from California or whatever. I don't know. And you're like, oh, yeah, I'll show you around. And then you end up being, like, a tour guide to Wasaga Beach because a lot's changed since Sean has been there. And you just notice the strong, silent type in a wife beater and a gray hoodie. And no, I'm not talking about Sean. We're talking about OG Ryan Atwood. And you kind of you start talking. You're like, oh, I've been to California before. Where are you from? And then he tells you tales of the OC and the drama and the rich kids. And he's kind of jaded about it. And you're just like, you know what? Like, we can talk it through. And then, like, you spend, like, the week together on this vacation, and it's wonderful by the Canadian beaches. And on his last night there, you're, like, at a bonfire, and he, like, takes you aside and walks you down the beach. And he's like, I had a really good summer. Like, I'm going to miss you a lot. And he's a man of few words, though. We all know it's Ryan Atwood. And then he kisses you in the moonlight, and then he goes way back to Newport, and you never hear from him again because he's the bad boy who broke your heart. And I'm sorry, it's kind of a sad ending, but that's my fan fiction for you.
It's a good one, though. We never do sad endings, so that's fun.
And the next one is by C. Herm What Up, and they have no preferences listed, so it's kind of